Welcome to Digital Toolbox. This is going to be a basic whirlwind intro into lists. This setup I've taken from Lift Architects Primer, Andrew Payne's Grasshopper Primer. Excellent, check out. Highly recommend it. I've just laid out all of the list buttons here, and we're just going to go over all of them pretty quickly. The data that we're going to use is based on the series. The basic series is under logic sets, and I've just kept the defaults. The first number is going to be 0. The increment is going to be 1 for n, and then C, the number of values is going to be 10. When that series outputs into a basic slider, into a basic notepad, you can see that right here on the left column, that's the entry number. That it starts at 0, just like all the data in Grasshopper, and the series comes out here 0.0, 1.0, all the way through 9.0 are 10 values. That's what an unaltered basic list of data looks like, and this is the list that you'd use to make these manipulations on from all of these list buttons. The first one we're going to go over is list item. This is going to select a certain item in the list based on a slider that you dictate into I, the item index. I'll just show this in an XYZ point. The first one, if we hooked it up there, 0 through 9 points on the x-axis are just going to look like this. I can call out a specific one by using the list item, and you can see that it's only showing that one value. The next one is list length. This takes your list and just calculates how many items you have in that list. So I had a max number of 10 from the series. It's telling me that I have 10, and then it's putting the x on the 10 for the point on the x-axis. The next one is similar, is just a reverse list. This takes the exact list that you have up here and just reverses it, so this 9 starts at 0, and then the last one will be the 9th place. Well, the return will be 0. So you can see as I scroll down here, it's just reversed. Simple as that, and returning all of them, it's just putting in there reversed. The next one is the shift. This shifts your list up or down a numeral, depending on how far you want to offset it. So here you can see if I'm shifting up 2, it's going to start at 2 instead of 0, and then it will go until 9, which is my ultimate figure from the series. So you can see as I shift it up further, the starting point gets up higher, but the list doesn't. The entire list isn't shifted up higher. If we wanted to do that, we would go back to the series and write a function for that. The next one is the split. This takes your list and splits it down the middle at an integer where you see fit. So if I go to this first part, I'm going to split it at 3. The first 3 values are being returned, and then the next are being put in the B output on a different list. And then I could toggle this, and then it would switch those lists at the same time. The next one is subset. Is very similar. It just takes what here looks like the first part of the split. There's also different Boolean options under C, and then you can dictate how you want to split your subset. There you can see as I add more, that just copies the same integers from the original series. And then the last one is kind of interesting. Dispatch only takes out the items that you want based on a Boolean pattern. So here I've taken the Boolean pattern and edited it with right-click, Manage Boolean Collection, and I've said true, true, false, and that will be the pattern here. A returns true, B returns false. So here's 0, 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9, 10 if we had one. And those are the true integers. I'll put this into B to get the false ones. Remember, I just had true, true, false, so every third one is going to be returned out of B. That's 2, 5, and 8. If I set this back to the original, which was just true, false, it will return just the odds on B and then the evens on A. And there you can see that in the points. So that was a quick intro into lists based on a series, and the being comfortable with these lists and how to manipulate them will really help you manipulate data in your Grasshopper definitions.